Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right today. My name is Mitch. I'm coming to you live, semi live, sort of live, from the Lamppost Coffee Shop in the Austin, Texas area. Hope you're doing okay today. We've got some things on the agenda today. Question and answer for sure. We're going to do some Q&A. We try to do some Q&A every day. And for the next couple of weeks, we have a format that we're going by. And this is it. We're going to start off with our intro. Good morning. This is the intro where I say good morning. How you doing? And then we'll run up to YouTube, pick up a channel at random. We'll go through and pick us a channel to look at. We're going to look at it, observe it, look at the title, look at the thumbnail, look at the content, and do some observations, see how they're doing their thing, and give it a little critique, see what we can learn from what other YouTubers are doing. Then we'll have our Q&A, and then we'll end up today with a guest speaker, somebody that I'll bring in a video clip of that I found on YouTube that has some interesting things to say, and we'll see what they have going on, and then we'll be done for the day. So that's sort of the menu. That's sort of the format that we're going to use over the next couple of weeks, and it'll give us some structure for the live stream. And of course, it's all going to depend also on chat. If people come into chat and begin to ask questions and hang out, then we'll let chat give us some direction as well. But unless we have some people in chat giving us some idea of what they're interested in, questions or whatever, then we'll go by this recipe. We'll use this format: the intro, YouTube critique, Q&A, and we'll look at our guest speaker, and then we'll be done for the day. So that's kind of where we're headed. We hope you'll stay around and give us some input. If you're in chat, go ahead and say hi. Give us an idea of what's going on in your world, and let us know if you're an experienced YouTuber or a beginner. And then we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to ease off on our music. We've got our intro music out of the way now, and we'll start on our YouTube critique here in a moment. Now, I did want to give you an update. The last couple of weeks, I've been trying to work out all the kinks and get comfortable with the setup, and some of you may be interested in what it looks like to broadcast live from a coffee shop, and so I thought I would give you an update. I've added some things as I go along. I try to make some changes and bring in some things, and one of the things I've done is I've brought in some sound effects that should bring some fun. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. If I could bring in my, let me go down here and I'll show you what we've got. See this down here? See if you can see my mouse. See my mouse? One thing I've got to add is an animated mouse so that it's easier to follow when it's on the screen. I've added this soundboard, digital soundboard. See this right here? And then I've added some sound effects. These are the ones I've added so far, and I've only added 6. I've got 75 sound effects from Hanna-Barbera cartoons that I'm going to bring in. And the soundboard allows me to bring in any audio file and play it just by clicking my mouse. So it's very cool. Had a whole lot of fun yesterday getting this up and running. So if you don't like it, tough. Punch that in your eye. But this is. I've got two monitors set up, and this is what the upper monitor looks like. You can see here I've got the browser setting, and then over here I've got the YouTube Studio open, showing the live stream up in here, and then I've got the soundboard down here. These three windows are open on the upper monitor, my larger monitor, and then on my laptop, I've got this set up on my laptop. This is our background music that I'm playing off of YouTube. And then I've got a window here for ChatGPT set up, that if we want to go to ChatGPT and ask a question, it's open and ready to go. And so this is my laptop screen, my lower screen. And then there we go. There's my upper screen. All right, so that's sort of a real quick update of what I've been doing. And I'm going to continue to try to add things to this live stream to make things more interesting. And hopefully we'll have some fun. All right, let's see. We need to go up to YouTube. Stay on track here. And let's take our first YouTube critique. Do some looking around and see what's what. What are we going to search for this morning? I think, I apologize for the drag. I'm pushing my system to the very limits, my laptop. So if it drags a little bit, I apologize. I'm doing my best with the laptop and the equipment that I've got. I'm going to type in garage sales in the search up here, garage sale, and see what YouTube has to offer. Then we're going to just at random pick us a garage sale YouTuber, give them a little critique, see if we can learn something. All right, let's see. I want to see some with it. I want to check out their thumbnail. All right, everyone. Well, let's see. That's Pro Picker. I want to find somebody who's sort of an individual who's got just at random. This is the importance of the thumbnail, by the way. As you go through and scroll, what thumbnail is going to catch your attention. Nothing for profit. The homeschooling picker. $1 garage sale for the win. Well, this one right here. Why don't we go with her? That's the homeschooling picker. Homeschooling picker. If I can get her up close. Right there. There she is. Right here. See my mouse? Or mouse. All right. Let's look at her thumbnail first off. Let's critique her thumbnail. And we're going to give her some grades here. Let me pull up my grades. We're going to look at the thumbnail. We're going to look at the title. We're going to look at the intro to her video. We're going to look at her screen presence, how she is on camera, and look at her overall content, and then we'll give her an overall rating. So, if you go with the thumbnail first off, what's the thumbnail tell us? What do you think of the thumbnail? I need to move this over so we can see the whole thumbnail. Sorry about that. All right. What has she got here? She's got a picture of her. She's over here. This looks like, is that her camera? I guess, right here. And she's obviously at a garage sale, and then she's got these numbers, these prices pointed at certain areas. And that's the only text she has on her thumbnail, these numbers up here. So what is she trying to communicate? I have no idea. Kind of confusing, don't you think? Because if you look at her title says $1 garage sale for the win. $1 garage sale for the win. But then she's got these tables marked out, $245, $125, $225. So I'm really not sure what she's going for here. She's got 963,000 views over the 2-year period this has been posted. So she's got quite a following. She's pretty successful. Almost 1 million views on this video here. So I'm not real sure. What kind of a grade do we want to give her thumbnail? The overall look is, I guess, okay, but it's really doesn't communicate. It doesn't go with the title. How do you take that title, $1 garage sale for the win, and how does this thumbnail communicate that? If you want your title and your thumbnail to go together, the thumbnail should gain the interest of the viewer so that they'll click on it. And when they click on it, they're going to get whatever you've promised them here in the thumbnail. What is she promising us? It looks like she's promising us a garage sale with a lot of pricey items. But then her title says $1 garage sale. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. So the thumbnail, I'm going to give her a C minus. Because it's not very good. It doesn't really tell us about what the video is going to be about. So, well, let's take a look. And let's click on it, see what she's got to say. Now, what we want to do next is her intro. We want to look at the first 20 seconds of her intro.
All right, guys, I just pulled up to the first yard sale of the day. It is bright and early on a Friday morning, and we're gonna go see if we can find anything awesome to flip on eBay. Oh, this little guy's cool. Good morning.
Okay, scene 1. We're 10 seconds into the video, and she has not said a thing about the title. The title again is a $1, excuse me, title is $1 garage sale for the win. And she's not said anything about the title. So she's already got me confused. I'm confused by the thumbnail. She doesn't mention the title right up front. Let's see if she says anything about $1 garage sale.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Good.
Them are riding shoes.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yes. My granddaughter, she rides.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How much are your Crocs?
$1.
$1. Can't beat $1. Turkey talker. Oh, it's a call.
Turkey call.
Turkey call.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it for me?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You have to use this one. I don't. That's the extra one.
Okay. There you go. Sounds just like a turkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. How much for that guy?
$1.
$1. Seems to be the.
And then I got
that
another
one.
there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're a minute and 11 seconds into the video, and the only thing that I can see that is tying into her title is she's made a couple of $1 sales here, and then she's got the screen showing how she has placed this, I guess, on eBay. She takes these $1 items and she's putting them on eBay and showing how much she's charging. So it looks like she's going to charge $20 for this $1 item. But she has not verbally said anything about the title. She hasn't said, "Ooh, it's a $1 win," or $1. I've got a $1 win here. I mean, I don't. She's making us guess about the title. The only thing that I can get from this is the $1 garage sale for the win, and she's going to pick up a bunch of stuff for $1. Now go back to the thumbnail. What does the thumbnail have to tell us about things for $1?
Oh, I remember this. My dad had one just like that.
It needs a little chocolate. That's it.
That's cool. So check that out. Quaker Boy.
Yes,
I'll take that
that's
one
the
too.
old one.
All right.
That's $3 so far.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey. All right.
Okay, she put up, this is her attempt here.
$1.
$1.
If I can
Seems to
read
be
it
the.
here.
And then I got
that one.
another there.
Okay. Oh, I remember this. My dad had one just like that.
It needs a little chocolate. That's it.
That's cool. So check that out. Quaker Boy.
Yes,
I'll take that
that's
one
the
too.
old one.
All right.
That's $3 so.
Okay, this right here, this text. You're not going to believe what this sold for. Stick around. This is her attempt to retain the audience. This is a way that she's trying to improve her retention. She wants people to stick around if they've gotten this far. This is one idea, is to put up a suggestion here. You're not going to believe what this sold for. Stick around. I don't like particular font. I don't like the text. We could have done better. That red is that red sort of is blinding me.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey. All right. That is a decal.
Yeah. I'll take that too. I'll just.
Okay, this is a 35-minute video. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. There's a spike you'll notice here. There's a spike in the viewership right here. So we'll see what has caused so many people to start viewing right here.
Oh, that's like a ride-on.
Yeah. It look back here.
Oh, dang. So that's the good side. Oh, my goodness. You got a lot of those.
I got 12 of them. And then these are all full of tractors.
Okay.
And these here, they're like these.
That's all the big money stuff right there, huh?
Uh-huh.
Look at the
How often
jump.
do you go to toy shows?
Oh, once a month.
Oh, wow.
Depends.
Yeah. Do they have a lot here in town?
Yeah.
He's been only a Target.
Okay, we're 5 minutes in so far, and it looks like there's not much editing going on. It's just showing her going through the coffee shop and looking at stuff. And unless you're a garage sale shopper and you follow her, I guess you're all right with that. But I've watched some of these garage sale videos and they get kind of boring. I mean, watching somebody shop for 30 minutes and she's not really talking to us. She's not engaging the audience. She's talking to the people there at the garage sale, but she's not doing a very good job of speaking to the camera and talking to us, at least not yet. I'm going to move next to the next spike. Let's go. All right, we're up to about 13 minutes in, and this video is 35 minutes long.
Because the other ones are quiet. You're right. The sound alone will scare them off.
See this one?
Oh, dang.
Where do you get those things?
I run across these.
You just run across them, huh? All right, I'm going to start putting everything in my bag.
Okay, what we sell
I was up to $76.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you 80, okay?
Okay.
80 will be fine.
You want change?
No, I feel like you gave me a good deal on all this stuff down here, so we're good with 80. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
You don't need something else.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll all fit in here. Oh, you mean you're trying to sell me something else?
All right, some of it I may just give you. Please take it.
I would think you'll have a lot of business today just where you guys are right off of the 68 with that going on.
Oh, 68 going on too?
Yeah, it's going on.
Yeah,
It started yesterday.
Yeah. I did that one time. It's a hit and miss.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Stick that in.
Okay, she's missed an opportunity here. She's talked about 68. Does anybody know what that means? I mean, what is she referring to? This would have been a place for her in post-editing to come in and look at the camera and talk to us and say, look, this is what we're talking about here. This is 68. She's not engaging the audience. She's missing some opportunities here. And it just goes to show you, this video got 1 million views. And it could have been so much better.
Yeah, I'm going to stuck it down there in that crock there. All right, I believe I got everything.
Well, thank you, man.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it as well. Good luck with
you
your sale.
good.
Thank you.
Piece of scone with you.
Oh my goodness, no.
Oh, please.
Are you sure?
Yes, because
well, thank you so
it
much.
made a big one, and we're both on a dime.
Oh, well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Well, how about that? I got some knives. Look, you guys, this is still hot. It's warm on the plate. How about that? Okay, so I just very, very, very quickly looked up the Dale Earnhardt knife, and I saw one that sold for $90. And then I was looking at that toothpick. Some of those toothpicks.
Okay, she's talking to us, finally. She's saying some things to us as the audience, but she's not looking at us. She needs to be looking into the camera. If you're really going to engage with the audience, they have to see your face. Your face is the way you connect with your audience.
Pick knives that sold for $150, but then there was some that sold for $30. And I didn't want to sit there and just like spend all the time in the world looking that stuff up. Hopefully I did okay with 65. I'm going to be willing to guess
Okay.
that I did pretty good. I'm not sure if you guys have heard the saying.
Now we see now we see her. What does she say here? Knife update at the end. We finally get a glimpse of what she looks like, and we're, 15 minutes in? And this is the first time I've seen her face that I can recall, but we've sort of skipped through some of this, but still.
Yard sale stand lemonades. But I don't think Mama's gonna be able to resist this scone. If you guys could smell this right now, the whole garage literally smelled amazing. Okay, 80 bucks at the first stop. Not sure how I did on those case, but in my opinion, there's no way I'm going to lose money on those. So sometimes, well, not sometimes, yeah, sometimes it is worth the risk to just pick it up. I'm sure I left some big money behind there. You guys let me know in the comments which ones I definitely should have picked.
Okay, she talked about the comments there, and that's something you'll see often in YouTube. YouTube content is an attempt to engage the audience by having them make a comment. So you want to mention comments, and again, it's an attempt to involve the audience in what you're doing. If you've got a comment to make, comment below. Anything you can do to get the audience to pay attention to what you're doing, that would be a good thing.
Anyways, let's head on down the highway and see what else we can find. Another sale. Good morning, little guy. You having a yard sale?
Yeah, and there's stuff in the yard.
Okay, great. Thank you.
She could have done some editing here. There's some places in here that I see that she could really move things along and do some editing. Looks like we get her on camera again here. Let's see.
I'm going to take your little camera here too, so I owe you another $1. All right. Thank you so much. Good luck with your sale. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys. Nice quick.
All right, just a suggestion here for safety and privacy. She needs to blur out her license plate number. This is going out all across the world on YouTube, and this is not good. Just for your own privacy and safety, if you show your license plate, blur it out.
Little stop there. All easy shippers. $10 new in the box Legos. This is an iPad mini for $2. I don't know what year this is. 32 gigs. Gosh, 2012. So probably not that great, but for $2, I don't think I can go wrong. And these little Canon Power Shots do really well and sell really fast. But it looks pretty dang good. All right, on to the next one, guys. I had exactly enough distance in between those last two sales and this one to eat this much of the scone. In case you guys were wondering, it's flippin' amazing. All right, looks like we've got two right across the street from each other. One there, one over there. Looks like a lot of furniture across the street.
Here's some more chances to edit. She could have edited all of this out. We don't need to spend time watching her walk down the sidewalk. I get it. There's a lot of people who don't like to edit. They can't edit. They don't know how. But she could. This thing is 35 minutes long. She could have chopped this thing down in half, I bet. Make a nice 15 to 20 minute video instead of 35 minutes.
Last weekend, and I had a speed bump, and the small one like bounced up and crushed my middle bowl.
Oh.
So I only made it home with 2 out of the 3.
Oh, bummer.
My fault for not stacking them properly, but yeah, still a bummer.
I'm not even sure that this is good.
That's good. I'm gonna put them in something else when I get in the car, but that is perfect.
All right, what kind of camera is she using? She's got both hands holding the money. Has she got a GoPro or some sort of camera on her blouse? How is she shooting this video? She's not holding a camera. Coming from her head, looks like. So she must have a GoPro or some sort of a camera attached to her, probably to her dress or blouse. It looks like it's about neck high. So she's probably got a camera she's shooting from. This may be the edge of it right down here. I was just curious.
And there is $9.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck with your sale.
Thanks.
You know, I've
Appreciate
been here a couple years in a row.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I keep coming back.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you.
Here, right?
Excuse me. Thank you guys. No, you're fine. You guys are both just
right,
back to
have a
back.
great one.
Thanks so much. All right. Obviously, this is not for resale. These ornaments, though, I feel like that was probably a really good find. I feel like I should know what CR is. It's probably going to come to me anytime, but I'm like 90% sure that other one was Radco. Guys, I'm like 20 seconds down the road and it just hit me. I believe the CR stands for Christopher Radco. So I'm pretty sure that I got 2 Radco ornaments at that sale. It's tough because I want to like look everything up and show you guys what stuff is worth at the trunk each time, but it's really hard when you're in like a neighborhood sale like this that is full of resellers and people shopping. You want to just hurry up and skedoot on to the next one, but dang, now it explains like that amazing paint job. That is really exciting to think that I just spent $6 on 2 large Radco ornaments. That is really floating me boat. I don't even know which way to go. Look at all these signs, you guys. So this is what I'm working with. There are sales everywhere. Hello.
Okay, we've seen enough of her on screen. Let's give her a grade. We've looked at the thumbnail, title. The thumbnail was confusing. The title didn't match the thumbnail at all. I didn't get any sort of connection. I wasn't real sure until I got into the video what the thumbnail and title were saying to me. So the intro, she really didn't enforce the title or the thumbnail with her intro. She just started off with her garage sales, and then finally we started seeing her make some $1 purchases, which tied into the title finally, but she never verbally came out and said, I'm going to find some $1 bargains today or something like that. Her screen presence. The only time we see her is when she's in the car. She doesn't look at the camera when she's at the garage sale itself. Now, I have watched some of these garage sale videos and have seen the garage buyers, the people doing the video, look at the camera and take a minute to explain what's going on and to, you know, sort of connect with the audience while they're at the garage sale. But she is just talking to the people at the garage sale and not really communicating with us. And it really makes the video a little bit more boring that way, because I want to see her. I want to see her on camera. Now, when she's on camera, she does a really good job. I mean, she's got a nice personality. She's not nervous. She comes across like she's been doing this for a while. She's good on camera, and she's off. You know, she's attractive. She's got that going for her, and so she's missing the boat, I think, on not being on screen enough. We need to see more of her. Well, let's finish this up, and then we'll give her a grade. Her screen presence, I'm going to give a C. Looks like she's going to get a C on her screen presence, in my opinion. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Leave in the comments what you think. See there? I said it. I'm trying to engage you in the video by saying go to the comments. Know what you think. All right, let's continue here. I'm going to move this thing along. We're going to go up to let's go to this next spike, which is about 31 minutes into the video. We're 4 minutes from the end.
At least one. I'm not sure where it's at. Sorry about the helicopter, but it's either dark in here because the garage door is closed, or I opened the garage door for the lighting and we hear some noise. Ugh. Anyway, so this little yellow case knife sells for about 50 to 60 bucks. So in between this one and the one that already sold for $75, we are into the profit on the knives. Now, a couple of condition issues on this one. Like, this is an electrician's knife and it has comps that are pretty decent, but when you open this up, the blades do have some rusting and maybe like a couple little pits on it. So am I going to be able to get the $100 that it sells for? Absolutely not. I might be lucky to get like $15 because of the condition issues. But overall, when you add up all of the knives, it's going to be over $200. So is that the greatest deal for 65 bucks? Probably not, but I'm still into the profit and I still got all those other crazy items at that sale. Now, let's talk about the craziest item of that sale. And
all right, I'm going to move this forward a little bit. She's still talking in the garage, and she's giving us an update, a summary of her day.
Like, I understand it's old, but that's still a really good deal. And then we got that Canon Power Shop for $1, which is a better deal than the iPad because I think it sold for like 50 bucks. And then I've got the Lego, which is over here hidden in the garage because I haven't decided if Kinsley is getting that for Christmas or not. What else? And then lastly, that Lisa Frank horse, it ended up not selling for as much as I was thinking, or maybe the comps have changed since over a year ago when I looked at it, but it already sold for $32. So at a $4 cost of goods, that was still a pretty good deal. So really incredible start to my morning. Met the sweetest people. I still can't believe that lady and her precious scone. That was my first scone, by the way, and it was delightful. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a really fun day, and I found a lot of cool stuff, so I hope y'all liked it. If you did, you guys want to hear something I never say? Why don't you guys hook me up with a like? And like 70% of you guys are not subscribed, so if you want to help a girl out, hit subscribe and give me a like. Did I sound too YouTube-y cheesy, guys, or did I do a good job? Just like the video. Just give it a like.
Okay. So what do you think? Let's give her an overall view here. Well, where'd she go? I lost her. Thought I would be able to find her when I got back to the browser here. But I don't see her thumbnail anywhere. Well, let's try this.
All right, guys, I just pulled up to the first yard sale of the
All right, now, there she is. Right here. Let's think about what we've just seen. Now then, based on the content, look at the thumbnail. Does the content, the intro, the title, and all of that have anything to do with this? What is this thumbnail communicating to us? And then she's got the title, $1 garage sale for the win. Her intro, screen presence, gave her a C. Overall content, what do you think? Well, 35 minutes is quite a long video, and it could have been edited down somewhat. There were some great spots in there where she could do some editing. So the content could be tighter. She could cut off about 10 minutes at least of the video itself. Her screen presence, she's so attractive and she's so good on camera. We really don't see a lot of her until the end when she summarizes everything. Talks about her day when she's back home in her garage. She's talking about the sales that we've seen her visit throughout the day. I would like to see more of her at the garage sale. She needs to be on camera more. Because if you think about it, we only saw her when she was in the car or at the end when she was at home. And she's missing the boat here. I think she needs to engage the audience more while she's at the actual garage sale. That's my opinion. So content, I'm going to give her a C on content as well. So looks like she's getting a C on just about everything. Overall rating is a C. Could have been so much better. But think about this. She's got almost 1 million views on this video. It's been up for 2 years. And if we go to her channel, let's see what her channel looks like. Just for the heck of it. Homeschooling Picker. She's got 217,000 subscribers. That's pretty darn good. 217 subscribers. Being attractive helps. And she's good on camera. Now look at all her thumbnails here. What do you think of all of her thumbnails? All of her thumbnails pretty much look like a picture of her at the garage sale. That's it. There's not much text, basically a photo of her standing in front of the garage sale, and occasionally she puts in a little bit of text, but not much. So, what do you think? Interesting. But this is good practice to go through and pick a random channel and sort of critique it and see what you can learn. What's a lesson that we can learn from what we've seen so far? Well, I think for me, one of the things that I learned watching the homeschooling picker is that you engage your audience by looking at the camera. They want to see your face. And it gets awful boring if you just show activity without breaking in occasionally and at least looking at us and talking to us. I don't want to sit here and watch somebody for half an hour just going to the garage sale. She's good on camera, so she needs to take advantage of that. That's my opinion. So if you're going to make a video like this, remember your audience and remember you've got to look at them, engage with them, and talk to them. Second thing I learned was the editing. There's always places in post-editing and post-production where you can do some editing. You can tighten up the video itself and get rid of all the dead space. Particularly, I remember that section of her walking down the sidewalk from her car. There's about 20 seconds there that she could have cut out, and it wouldn't have mattered a bit. 20 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but you do that over a period of time, and with other stuff in the video, and before you know it, your 35-minute video is chopped down to about 20 minutes, and it's a much tighter video, and much nicer to look at. So, all right, so that's our YouTube critique for the day. Let's next on the menu, next on the list is the Q&A, and we'll spend a couple of minutes with our Q&A. Anyone in chat with a question? Anyone have a question in the chat? Hello, Howard. Hi, Howard. Sorry I missed you. Covered up by a window. How long have you been in chat? Sorry about that. Hope everything's going all right. Is there a Thomas Kincaid in that? I don't know. Thanks for dropping in, Howard. I appreciate it. All right, let's go through a couple of questions here. How important are thumbnails and titles for getting views? Well, that's pretty basic and pretty important. We talked about thumbnails and titles already when we were looking at the garage seller. If you want my opinion, thumbnails and titles are about 80% of your content. And you need to spend about half your time coming up with a thumbnail and a title. Because let's face it, if nobody clicks on the thumbnail and they look at your title and are confused, they're going to move on. Think about the way you view YouTube when you're scrolling through and looking at thousands of thumbnails. What's going to make you stop and click? If you don't stop and click, then what good is the content? You've just wasted your time if you don't get people to click. So the thumbnail and title are the two most important things of being a YouTuber. That's the bottom line. So you've got to spend time on the thumbnail. Now there's plenty of tutorials and plenty of YouTube fodder out there, lots of videos on how to do good thumbnails and the importance of thumbnails. So just get on YouTube and search for thumbnails and thumbnail tutorials, how to create a good thumbnail, and you'll get all kinds of good help watching those videos, those tutorials. Titles is the same way. So thumbnails and titles are the most important thing. You've got to have a good thumbnail, and you've got to have a title. It's a 1-2 punch. Think of it as a 1-2 punch. You're going to give them a punch with the thumbnail, and then a right cross with the title. And you want to punch them out. You want to get them in your video, and then that intro is the third key factor. That intro has to bring in the title. It needs to reinforce what you said in the thumbnail and in the title. So you've got thumbnail, title, and the intro. They all have to be top notch. They all have to make sense, and they all have to be. Make sense. They all have to be tied together. What's the best way to deal with negative comments or trolls? Ignore them. YouTube also allows you to delete comments that are not very good. So if you see a comment you don't like, full of hate speech, or it's really negative, then just delete it. There's also a way on YouTube for you to hide the person who's made the comment so that they don't show up anymore. You can basically ban them from your comments. They can still watch your videos, and then they can even make a comment, but nobody will see it. So you have some control here. You can also go into your YouTube studio, and there's a section in there where you can put in words that are not acceptable. And for example, I went in and listed all the top 2 or 3 cuss words and put a block on those. So if someone tries to use a cuss word of some kind, especially one of the F-bomb or the S-bomb, they're not going to be able to use that in their comments because I've blocked those words. So there's ways that you have control. And the best way to deal with it is to not take it personally. That's the next thing. The negative comments and the trolls says more about the person making the comment than it does about you. So don't take anything anybody says as a personal attack. Just ignore it. It's more about them than it is about you. They're having a really bad day, or they are a really sick person who has all kinds of emotional problems, and it's not worth spending any time at all worrying about it. Question 3, how can I get more watch time so I can get monetized faster? Well, let's think about that for a minute. What can you do to retain people? That's what we're talking about here, is retention. You want people to first click on that thumbnail and see that title and say, okay, I'm going to invest my time in clicking on the video. And then that intro, you have to hook them with that intro within the first 10 to 15 seconds, or they're going to leave. They're going to move on. But once they've invested in watching your video, how do you keep them watching until the end? We're talking about retaining the viewer until the end of the video, because YouTube's hope is that people will click on your video and stay through the whole thing so that they can run some ads. It's all about running ads to viewers, and so they want you to keep your viewer hooked. So how can you get more watch time? Well, I think you have to. I'm not going to go through a whole list of things. There's a lot of things you can do. I'll tell you what, let's do this. let's make this our last question. And just for the heck of it, let's go into ChatGPT and just see what ChatGPT says. What do you think? Let's go with that. Watch time. I am a YouTuber who wants to increase watch time of my video so I can get monetized quicker. Give me some suggestions. Look in the first 10 seconds. Start with something visual or emotionally interesting. Avoid long intros. Jump straight into the value. Right here. Jump straight into the value. And that's usually reinforcing your title. You're promising some value with your title and your thumbnail. And so for the first 10 seconds, you've got to jump right into it. Tell a story. Structure videos with a beginning, middle, and end. Use pattern interrupts. Use pattern interrupts. Every 20 to 30 seconds, change the visual angle or add a B-roll to reset the attention. Pattern interrupts. This is one thing that garage sale picker did not do. She didn't make very many changes. She could have, there were places there where she could have added some B-roll. She could have looked at the camera and stopped down and talked to us. She could have done some things to sort of mix up the pattern. Basically, she just was filming her at the garage sale, and that was it. And it got kind of boring. Engage viewers. Ask questions mid-video. What do you think? Have you tried this? Use an on-screen text or graphics. Encourage comments. Yeah, encourage comments. Use chapters. Engage the viewers. Use chapters so viewers can jump around without leaving. Add a mini cliffhanger before the mid-roll ads or transitions. End with a strong call to action. Improve production quality. This is the editing that I was talking about. She could have, our garage picker could have improved her videos by doing some editing. Clear audio matters more than video. Make sure you have a good lavalier mic, a lapel mic. Make sure the audio is top notch. It's more important than the video. Tight editing. Cut pauses. Fill out word. Every second counts. See what it says there? Every second counts. That's why you want to tighten up your videos and do some editing. And then, of course, look at your analytics, leverage playlist and end screens, etc., etc. So there's some good suggestions on getting more watch time to get monetized faster. And let's face it, we're all learning. We learn by doing, so we all need to take those suggestions and run with them. All right, how are we doing on time? We've got about 5 or 10 minutes left here. I try to go for an hour. Anybody else in the chat? Hello, Howard. Howard's still with us? All right, let's see. Who we got guest speaker today? This is Dylan. Dylan is a YouTuber, lives in Dallas, Texas. He's the one on the right. Dylan is on the right, and he's a YouTuber, lives in the Dallas area. He's got over 1 million subscribers. I'm not sure how many he's got right now, but the videos I've been watching of him lately, he likes to eat. He critiques restaurants. He goes to places on the road and tracks down restaurants. For example, he did a series where he and a friend drove all the way down Route 66 and stopped at all the famous restaurants on Route 66 and made a series of videos on that. So this is a conversation he had with another friend of his while they were in California. His other friend used to work for, let me think. His friend worked for, geez, I forget. It might have been Twitter or Netflix or, geez, I can't remember. But he's got some experience in social media, and he has started his own podcast now, and he is interviewing Dylan here. So let's see what they have to say.
He can do it, but then so can I. And then he gives me advice, and then sometimes I share advice on with others. Like, it sort of just becomes an ecosystem.
Yeah, I think that's like where a lot of YouTubers mess up too, where it's, I think, this sounds weird, but I think in order to do YouTube, you need some type of ego, because technically it's, I'm putting my content out there into the world.
You have to, like,
you're gonna watch
believe
it.
you're worth it.
Yeah, so it's like there is some ego to it, but I don't. But I think a lot of people like confuse ego with like confidence. So it's, I think Jimmy says this a lot, where it's, if you are with the group that just kind of like tells you where you mess up, you will grow exponentially faster. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, applying that to just like life is like the way to go. You know, like there are people that I know where they don't want to ask for help because it's like, because I want to seem like I know what I'm doing. I want to look like I am at the top of my game. And I'm like, what's the point? Like, you don't feel good. They're like,
you're just making it harder.
Yeah, you're making it harder. No one really cares that you're asking questions, if anything, right? Like sometimes in some of those conversations where like I just ask people something, maybe they learn something in the middle of our conversation, and boom, it's beneficial for us both, and then we both feel really good about it. Yeah. Or like we both just like hide things from each other, whether it's, you know, like, hey, how are you feeling about, you know, life, or, you know, how YouTube's changing, or just like super general stuff. I feel like the more you just talk to people and the more you try to just like ask for help and like try to help them, the better everyone like will be. Like I have like a, I have like a note.
That's exactly the way I want this live stream to operate. I want us to help each other. I want us to talk. I want us to communicate with each other. And you come into chat, ask questions, and communicate. And at some point later on, as I get this live stream up and running, I would like to take some face-to-face calls, have people call in and use FaceTime and come on screen and talk. So that's what I want this live stream to be, is an open communication about becoming a creator and about being on social media and about developing a channel on YouTube where we can all learn from one another and talk about these issues.
Shame mentality. I'm like, I love it. If I have a business question, I'm like, all right, these are like the 6 people I know that are really good at business. What do you think about this? What about this? What about this? And if I get a response from one of them, sick. If none of them responds to me, I'll follow up.
Ping more people. I'll
ping more people, or I'll throw like an up arrow, and I'll be like, hey, I sent this, by the way. And, you know, like, if they're annoyed with me, they'll tell me they're annoyed with me. But, you know, at the end of the day, like if they need anything from me, like I'm there.
Dude, Dylan, I'm the same way. Whenever I have questions, I have like, if it's around creators, like I'll ping these. I've asked you questions. Yeah. I've literally, actually, no, Dylan, I've literally texted Bill. I'm like, like, how do you think about Texas? Like, how do you
Texas is the place. Every YouTuber watching this.
I meant taxes.
Oh, taxes. Listen.
I had to laugh there. That's funny. He was asking him about taxes, and Dylan thought he said Texas, and said Texas is a great place to live. And I agree. I'm in the Austin area. That's where we're coming live from. Our coffee shop here is in the Austin, Texas area.
No, but I've literally like pinged you questions, right? Like I'm like, okay, cool. If I have questions in the creator world, like I actually trust you. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like Dylan's a homie. Like he's a good guy,
go.
right?
I made it.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Now we're gonna be besties. I'm a homie now,
we're
but
not really strangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes it'll be like, oh, on like the startup venture side or like the financial side, and I have people. I'll just be like, hey, like, what do you think?
Yeah, I got into a couple of business podcasts, and what's interesting to me is I was almost adverse to some of those like business podcasts because I thought it would just be like grind, don't sleep, never sleep, just keep working until. Yeah,
Okay. I guess we're going to stop there. I'm running out of time. It's been about an hour. So I do want to thank you for being with us. Looks like we've gone through our recipe. And we'll be back tomorrow morning, same time, 9 o'clock, from the Lamppost Coffee Shop here in the Austin, Texas area. And we will continue to talk about YouTube and talk about social media and all those fun things that we want to get involved in terms of YouTube. Now, what I'm looking for here is I guess we're ready to go. I got to play some sound effects. All right, we're done for the day. We are over and out. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba